So apparently Zack Snyder has another show, movie, I don't know what the hell this is, coming to Netflix. It's an animated series. Twilight of the Gods, set for fall. Almost sounds like a threat. Zack Snyder animated series set for fall. It's like, Netflix, stop threatening me. Okay? All right, I just watched Rebel Moon Part 2, heavy emphasis on that, the Scar Giver, and I was scarred by that. My mind was scarred. My sense of good taste was scarred by watching that film. But yeah, I guess I'll read this and I'll share my thoughts. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this as well. Let's see here. It's been a few months since we last updated what's going on with Zack Snyder's, all of his fucking, things he's done, Olivia's, Twilight of the Gods, but that changed this week when we learned that the upcoming animated series will be getting a major spotlight during the next on Netflix animation from Twilight of the Gods to Wallace and Gromit, taking place on Wednesday, June 12th, during the Æsir and Animation Festival. Joining Snyder for the event are executive producer Deborah Snyder, of course, and Zillam animation director Sylvain Nanise, with the trio set to roll clips from the series. Now we're getting a new image from the Twilight of the Gods, along with the heads that the adult animated series will be hitting screens this fall. And so there's an image. There you go. And let's see here. I want a description of the show. Speaking of colliders, Steve Weintraub, back in December 2023, Snyder confirmed that the animated series will run 8 episodes, while also explaining how testing boundaries the project can create some unforeseen circumstances. What do you mean by that? I just think that is one of these things that we kind of did not understand. Oh no! First of all, the rigors of what it would take to make episodes of animation. If I know, I don't know if I would have done it, Snyder revealed. As what viewers could expect when this series does hit their streaming screens, premiere date hasn't been locked down yet. Okay. Snyder believes it's fair to assume that there will be the kind of violence that they've gotten used to from his filmography. Oh, fuck. Adding that the series will have a lot of sex, because that's fun. Oh, joy. Oh boy. Snyder also broke down the main points of the plot. It's basically this. There's a king and his queen in a small Viking village. Before I read the rest of this, is it going to involve one of the people like seeking vengeance because their spouse was killed and it's another revenge story? I bet you that's what it's going to be. I bet you that's exactly what it's going to be, because that's apparently the only fucking story that he can tell. Let's see. It's basically this. There's a king and his queen in a small Viking village, and they want to get married. An event happens to them at their wedding that causes Sigrid, who is his bride-to-be, who is the child of giants, to go on a crazy mission of revenge. I knew it! He can't help himself. Oh, Lord, Snyder detailed. She enlists a cast of characters who I'm sure we'll be introduced to. We'll learn nothing about them. Except for when they'll have a scene where it's like, wait a minute, we haven't really learned a lot about each other, so let me just do a fucking vomit, a drop of exposition. Oh, all right. She enlists a cast of characters, a seer, a dwarf, and they come together to form a band that has this one mission: to find a god and fight him, of course. It's a mission. It's a revenge story. Sigrid is this beautiful, very Scandinavian kind of cold, passionate character. Oh, God. That I really enjoy working through and with, because she's just so cool. Notice he just says cool. He just says cool a lot. Revenge is cool. Sex is cool. It's just like, oh, God. Speaking of cast, Netflix Twilight of the Gods sees, and there's the fucking cast. You got the whole cast, Joe. You got that cast. There you go. Some recognizable names, some other names I don't recognize. No. It's literally the same thing. It's literally what we always expect from him. That's why I want to watch Vinland Saga. That Norse anime sounds awesome. I've wanted to check that out for so long. And, like, reading this makes me want to, like, check out an animated show that probably handles that material way better than this will. But it's just he's just doing the same shit. It's the same shit. It's literally Rebel Moon, except with Vikings. It's literally Rebel Moon again. Oh, my God. We have to fucking do this all over. 8 episodes. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to. So, you guys know this is going to be, maybe. I shouldn't. I really shouldn't. I really shouldn't give it the benefit of the doubt, because, like, when it comes to animation, like, I do really like his, and I've praised him for this. I really like his Owls of Ga'Hoole movie. I really liked it. I think it's kind of underrated, to be perfectly honest with you guys. But Al Ghul was 15 years ago, nearly 15 years ago. I think that was his last good movie. Because 300 and Dawn of the Dead were before Al Ghul, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I don't know. I just don't like this. I don't want this. How do you guys feel about this? What about you, Chad? Let me see what you're saying. Oh, that screenshot has more personality than a lot of his movies. Yeah, that girl, she looks concerned, but she wants Revenga. I started just reading the title. Yeah, Twilight of the Gods. Everything has to be like fucking mythological for me. Everything has to be like seemingly larger than life. Like Zack Snyder clearly doesn't like people, because he looks at like how he's approached Superman or Batman. He looks at them as mythological like figures and not as like people to get to know. Honestly, he likes these big conceptual things, but never like when we're trying to understand them as characters, define them as characters, because he can't. He struggles with that clearly. Herman Snyder got me even more with Gods. Serenity. Good to see you, Serenity. Made me laugh seeing the top 10 movies on Netflix today, and now Rebel Moon is number 2, while Anyone But You is number 1. Nice. Netflix, don't be silly, Chris. It's not a threat, it's a warning. Yeah, it is. It should be. Oh, man. Please be consensual. Consensual sex, please? I don't know, man. Knowing Snyder, he's not a big fan of consensual sex. You've seen his movies. You know what his kink is. The king or the queen dies. Yup, nailed it. Nailed it. I'm like, please don't do this. But yeah, exactly. It's exactly that. He can only tell one fucking story. Only one goddamn story. So predictable. Damn. Revenga. Bappo, I don't know how Zack Snyder is American, yet he sounds like one of those foreign directors, second language English. Every time he talks, Guillermo del Toro sounds more American than Zack Snyder. Yeah, he's just, the written word is just not his thing. It's not his forte. The most he can describe something, the most depth he can describe something is describing it as being cool. He's stuck in the 2000s edge, man. He really is. Thanks in advance for the review, Chris. You're welcome. Too bad you're watching. Probably will. I probably will. Or I'll watch whatever episodes. I mean, 8 episodes is a pretty big commitment. I don't know how long this show is going to be, but I'll watch like maybe a couple episodes, give you my impressions. One of those, kind of like that. Biz Cowboy's got some hope. He's got some hope. What makes me have some hope is that there are other people on board creatively besides Snyder, and hopefully a good animation team, which is needed for this. Since Snyder is not good at storytelling. Agreed. He can make an image look pretty, but he can't tell a story for shit not anymore anyway. That's a good point. There will have to be people involved. That's true. I bet Zach Amy will have. Oh, definitely. Right? Yeah, 100%. He loves it. More style than substance. Yeah. Hamilton Murray, good to see you. I'm doing well. Just covering a brief news story before we jump into tonight's reviews. So making style is just it's super dated. Like a lot of people give Zack Snyder a lot of credit. He's a master visual storyteller. I disagree. I really disagree with that. I think everyone says he's the best cinematographer that can be a director. I'm like no. I would highly disagree with that. I don't. His look. It's always the same thing. It's desaturated. It's sepia tone, it's slow motion. I'm just like, this is just fucking dull. He sucks the color out of every shot he does. I'm like, what is this? And it really bothers me, Oh God. So I've always just never everyone that gives him so much credit for being this quote unquote master cinematographer. I'm just like, yeah, I disagree. Highly disagree.